Hello, spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of Storytime with the Scaryish Podcast.
Woo!
I'm Robin Grace, this is Adam Diaz.
Hello.
And today we are here to read you folks some amazing homegrown horrors, and Adam will explain what those are. I was about to say it, but I was like, nah, you could do it.
Homegrown horrors are the stories that we have been sent by you, the wonderful listener and or viewer, and it typically contains something that's supernatural, paranormal, creepy, spooky, spiritual, coincidental, or true crime in some way, shape, or form. It's either your story, a friend, or a family member's that you have decided to pass along to us, and let us know, hey, you can go ahead and share this on the show, and Storytime are the episodes where we do that. Robin, for folks who had something that they would like to share with us, how can they do so?
So if you have any of these types of stories, you can send them to our email, storytime@scaryish.com. You can also message us on our social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that fun stuff. And you can go to our website. We have a contact us page, scaryish.com. Just fill out all that fun stuff, and it'll get to us that way.
Indeed. Sounds perfect. Robin also wants to go ahead and announce something fun we are going to be doing at the end of the month of August. So I will let you take it away.
Oh, all right. Wait, am I
She's not
reading it
paying
first?
any attention to a word I just said.
What did you say?
We had like such a strong start, and then she just like, fuck it, I don't even care.
I just spent the last 45 minutes trimming business cards, okay?
I didn't go to bed until 3. I had to be working at my desk at 8:30, and it was a terrible day. So it wasn't a terrible day, it was a very busy day. So I have no excuses for why this isn't going well. However, if Robin wants to go ahead and announce the contest or the giveaway or whatever it is.
Yes, that fun stuff. All right, I should have opened this before we started.
You totally should have, but we didn't sit down until a minute after we're supposed to go. So shit like that happens when things aren't coordinated.
All right, so we got a couple of these. I don't know if you guys can see it. Ooh.
You remember that you're talking to the listeners as well, because this is for everyone.
So we got a couple mugs in that we actually offer on our Teespring store. It's of our cute and scary design. I'm just going to show it to the streamers. This is it. It has the little design on the front, has Scaryish on the back, and we're going to give it away to our patrons. We're doing a Patreon giveaway this month, so at the end of the month...
to one random patron.
To one random patron.
Not to all patrons.
Yes. So it's going to be like a raffle giveaway type thing. So if you're a patron during this month, you're automatically going to be entered into it. And yeah, so... opportunity to try to win free stuff.
So essentially anyone who is already a patron, and at the beginning of the month your payment comes out, or at the time you sign up your payment comes out, you are already entered into that, and then anyone that jumps in, even at the $1 level, is going to get an entry to win the mug. We'll post pictures of it on the social medias as well, or you can go check it out on Teespring, and if you're like, I just want it, you can go ahead and buy it. However, if you want to try and win a free one, yeah, just be a patron. And at the end of the month, we will do a raffle and figure out who it goes to. And it's going to be a fun time. As far as fun times go, for this episode, we have 4 stories for you. I'm going to be going first, so I will go ahead and go first with the first goings. This first one's subject is hard to explain. Grandpa, is that you? I'm drawn in.
Yeah,
that's a really good subject.
Topic. I am sweating. I'm so sorry. I'm just I'm dying right now. I feel it dripping.
My back is a fucking swamp, so I can't really say much. But anyways, I'm going to get back to this. Mark that. It starts out like this. Hi all. Greetings from Malaysia. Hello.
Hello.
Greetings from the United States.
That's
Nevada
such a far
specifically.
away.
It is. It's really far away. This might not be some lighthearted story, but feel free to share it. I live with my aunt, uncle, grandma, and 4 cousins in a small apartment. Just 3 days ago, I woke up from a huge lightning and thunder. Okay, so... gonna go ahead and mark that. I read that wrong. What?
All I think is thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening.
Indeed. Just 3 days ago, I woke up from huge lightning and thunder that feels like it's right behind my bed by the window. My body responds by covering my ears. When the lightning is over, I closed my eyes and went back to sleep, even with my heart beating very fast like it was about to burst. However, when I closed my eyes, I could feel a huge eye staring at me.
It was the Eye of Sauron.
I hate you so much. At the same time, I heard a huge bang outside the window like something heavy falling from a higher place. My mind comes up with the view of someone suicide jumping, but I tell myself
that's terrifying.
It might be the lightning rod falling because that thunder is really high and loud. I'm alone in the dark in my small packed room. Out of fear, I called my boyfriend. It was 6:30 a.m. at that time. I told him what I heard and felt. He was still half asleep. It's funny because like boyfriends being tired and not really listening to you translates across all cultures and languages.
Oh my god.
Then I heard my aunt shout, "Gas explosion." I tell him what my aunt shouted and prepare to evacuate the building. I'm still in a huge shock, but managed to grab my jacket bag, my file with important documents, and Fitbit to track my heart rate. I bet you it was through the roof at that point. Before leaving, I made sure to have a bottle of drink. Luckily, there's one bottle of milk in my room. And shut off the main electricity. My whole family managed to evacuate the building without harm. There's no pushing or shouting or panic. That's good.
That's lucky, yeah.
Yeah. When we arrive at the safe ground and look at which house that exploded, to my surprise, it's the house below my neighbor's house. I'm a crafty person. I have flammable stuff in the corner of my room. Alcohol rub, a gas refill can, epoxy resin. All these things can burn your skin badly in some conditions. If the explosion got even one of the corners in my room, even if I didn't die, I would have been heavily injured. The fire was over The fire was over within 45 minutes. When my cousin calmed down, she said when she heard the bang, she tried to go back to sleep, but felt like an eye was staring at her, which made her wake up again.
And that's what they felt in the beginning. Wow.
She thought the same thing as me. I feel like it's my grandpa who passed away 14 years ago, scaring us to prevent us from going back to sleep. In the end, we still don't know what caused the explosion, but no death, no heavy injuries happened. The grandma living in the exploded home only had a minor injury to her leg.
Wow.
Now a thunder sound doesn't mean the same to me anymore. I'm not sleeping without light anymore, and I turned jumpy from a little bang sound. Hopefully things will get better after this. Thank you for your time. Bye. Regards, Karen. Well, that is fucking crazy and super terrifying.
You know what's also crazy is today, the day we're doing this live show, this morning.
Beirut.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a fireworks factory or something,
They're
right?
saying it was a fireworks factory. There was a fire there, and a bunch of people had their cell phones out taking a video of the fire. And it swear to God, it looks like an atomic bomb.
Oh my gosh.
It's a blast that's so intense. It's a perfect dome of white from the sound effect. Or the shockwave, I should say. And then the mushroom cloud. And everyone's like handheld video, when it goes off like that, they freak the fuck out.
I was just like, what? And I
think it's like 25 dead and hundreds are injured.
My coworker stopped me and he's like, you need to see this.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
I was just... And it's crazy that we have a story, our first story of the night, that is about an explosion.
Right? Coincidence?
I think not.
I think not. So, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad the person that lived in that house is okay. And I guess better safe than sorry, but I do hope you're sleeping well when you hear thunder and lightning outside. So, thank you for sharing that with us. And hopefully everyone that's out in Beirut is okay, too. Because we know that shit is very, very scary. So, right on. Before we move on, I was actually in Florida when I was a kid. When Universal Studios, I think it was, had an explosion. I've talked about it once on the show before because it like affected some story. It overlapped with something that happened in one of the stories I told, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we were just like going to Disney World or something, and we just heard this super loud explosion. We turned and like people thought a nuclear bomb had dropped, and it was just a bunch of like pyrotechnics that were stored in a warehouse that some of it started to go up, and it all just went off at once.
Wow.
And I remember thinking like, oh, that was crazy. No one will believe me. But like it made the news, and like there's still news articles out there for it. And I wound up seeing it and remembering it when I was covering a topic for the show. So seeing that shit from Beirut totally reminded me of that today.
We experienced an explosion the other day too.
When?
When the electricity transformer.
Oh yeah, we had a transformer station like 2 blocks from us explode to the point where we could hear it. And our lights just like barely stayed on twice, and it knocked out, I think it said like 8,000 people's power, and like the city block right next to ours was completely dark. So
yeah, it was
lots of crazy weird
2020
explosions
is
going
explosive.
on. Yeah. Oh wow, what a great, what a good catchphrase. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next email. But before we do, we're gonna go ahead and stop and talk to you all. It is so nice to be here with you, spooky friends, yet again. I can see that the first person in either chat was I Am Beef Trainer over there in Twitch, and then 9 seconds later, Vivian over there in YouTube. They both said hello and hi. So what's up to you, all of you? Also, Carly's with us. What up, Carly? Thank you for joining us. Hot Lossier is also here. Blanca Bello is also here. Lots of folks saying hi. Carly says, I'm feeling crazy tonight, LOL, staying up past 9 p.m. and all.
Wow.
You wild one.
A lot of people were saying they didn't hear the intro song. For some reason, the intro song didn't play, and by then it's
Lots of technical difficulties to get us up and running
yeah,
tonight,
by then it's a little bit too late for us to be like, well, we got to figure out why the song's not playing. Because
the way to fix it is to turn it off and turn it back on again, which makes sense. It's not that difficult to do. But it would mean I would turn off the stream and you guys wouldn't see anything anymore.
Yeah.
So I typically pass and just say like, all right, no intro song tonight, no big deal. So that's what happened. What else do we got here? Eminon's here saying, hey, what's up? Vivian's here saying, I just started watching Warrior Nun on Netflix. What an interesting show that is. It looks so cheesy, but I've heard like semi-decent things from people who say that they enjoy it. Vivian says, to be honest, I only started watching it because I saw the trailer for it and it said, fucks given, none, N-U-N. I remember seeing the trailer and being like, wow, that's so terrible.
Glitch was... Let's see. Sorry. I Almost Moderna says, during this past episode, Adam basically says he finds it fun to be pinned against a wall. Can you confirm? No.
When?
I don't know.
When did I say that in the past episode? I was tired, so I don't remember pretty much anything that was said.
I don't remember.
All right. Quick shout-outs to folks who did stuff when we were not on the air. Malum resubscribed for the 9th month with Prime. That's me putting money back in my poppet. Cha-ching.
Your poppet?
Poppet. Our alerts are not tracking properly in one of these spots, so we're going to try and make sure we get your subscriptions, donations, and all that fun stuff read. Are all those subscriptions going on right now? Like, I believe so. They look like they are, but it's not popping up on like any of the things they're supposed to be telling us, so I'm going to try and get this thing working. What I do see is that Lady M redeemed a drink 1 minute ago, and 52DZ gave out 3 Tier 1 gifted subs, which I think is what was popping up just now. Thank you so much. Also, 52DZ is in the channel. He said, hooty hoo, what up? We're actually watching Top Chef all the way through again, and we just got through season 6, the one with Carla. Yeah. Because her and her husband, when they're lost in a grocery store, one of them yell hooty, and the other one yells who. So I think it's kind of cool that you said that. It's adorable. Carly says, who else ordered Nessie merch? We ordered a Nessie merch. Yep, we sure did. I can't wait to get my t-shirt. Our shirts are coming in soon. I'm very excited for those. What's Dirty says, all of you can forget that mug. It will be mine. Okay, so since we're not, like, this isn't the official, like, speaking of it, we have more than one, right? Yeah, we have a couple. Are we just going to do a giveaway for one of them and then come up with another promotion for the other one? So we have, like, they're all somewhat off, and they're not awful. They just have small little errors in them. Well, the other one has somewhat of a big error because it's the design's printed on it twice. It's weird. It's very weird. Shout out to Eminon who just donated 500 bits. Thank you, sir. So we want to just give these away because I would not sell them, you know. So I definitely want to give all of these away. I think we have 3 that I know of. We have 4. One of them is missing. I'm going to drink from one of these eventually. One of them is missing. I don't know where it is. I took it out of the box and now it's gone forever. We'll find it. But we'll find it eventually. But I guess we're hedging our bets by saying we're only giving away 1. So we're giving away 1 for now, and then we'll figure out how we're going to handle any other giveaways. Maybe we'll do an Instagram giveaway or a Facebook giveaway. We don't know yet. So we're just, right now, it's going to be a Patreon giveaway for 1. Skibbity-bop-a-da-wow. All right. That was Full House yet again. Jay Valor, in response to the Warrior Nun thing, says, sounds like a skit that Monty Python would sponsor. I completely agree. Vivian says, thanks for tuning into this week's episode of I'm Addicted to Netflix. That's funny. Everyone's asking how everyone's day is going. Hopefully it's good. Keep scrolling here. Yeah, folks are like, did I miss the intro song? So I'm pretty sure I caught up to where you were. Yeah, 52D said, so much better being on my battle station instead of an iPad, which I assume is your PC. Being on PC is always the best. Which was nice enough to post the link to our Patreon while we were doing our spiel. Eminon asked if we have the patch up on the store. We don't have the patch up on the store because we haven't discussed any of that yet. Yeah, I mean, we got the one. We have the one. And we're pretty sure we're keeping it. Yeah. Actually, Faison said that there's a Reddit thread about that explosion that has like all different angles of what happened. I gotta find it. 52DZ said, oh yeah, the explosion on Blue Diamond the other day. Yeah, it was crazy. We actually drove out to try and
and see
more. It was
more.
the middle of the night. And we were driving around the block.
And there was like all these lights out.
It was just so
crazy.
much fire. It was pretty...
Oh, Lady M did redeem a drink. I didn't drink yet. Yeet. I have
Did you yeet just now?
No, Y-E-E-P. I just made a mouth noise.
Cheers.
I have a vodka cranberry with like a little bit of Sprite. Gotta have that carbonation in there. Yeah.
All right.
Oh man, I haven't had juice in so long. Ooh.
Juice. Emily says, can't stay along. My sickness I had during last week's live episode has gotten worse. That sucks. We hope you get better soon. Everyone's saying the same thing over there in YouTube as well.
52DC says, the subs are for me missing a couple streams. Aw, thank you. That's so nice of you.
You don't have to make up for it. We understand life is life, and that happens sometimes.
Thank you so much, Emanon, for donating 500 bits. Did you already read that?
I already read that.
Sorry. Thank you again anyway. Because
right.
I didn't hear him say that. Awkward Artist Plays redeemed a high five. Poop. And Glitch redeemed a drink. So you gotta drink again.
Okay.
Drink again.
I didn't make mine as strong as normal because I'm fucking tired. And I'll fall asleep by the end of the show if I made it super powerful.
So I've been binging this new YouTube channel. She's not new at all to YouTube because she has 600 some odd thousand subscribers. But I've been binging all her videos. It's Royalty Soaps on YouTube. And she just makes soap. And for 2 weeks, that's all I've been watching is this YouTube channel where she's making bars of soap. And it's
therapeutic.
It's very therapeutic.
It definitely,
I really enjoy it.
When she cut the soap bars when you were watching it earlier,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is fun to watch. Because she uses like the thing that looks like a cheese slicer, which is just wires, and you just slam it down. But she went like nice and slow. It's cool. Anyways, I wasn't hoping that would get weird. Emily says, I don't know if hamsters can get human sickness, but my girlfriend has our babies. It's good idea. Make sure you don't have any of the pets nearby that might be able to get sick. She also did confirm that she does not have coronavirus. She was tested twice. Izzy over there on YouTube says, hi, Emma and Robin. What up?
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Laura Ann says, I'm feeling a tad under the weather at the moment and no internet. I still have to work out. Hopefully you feel better.
Yeah.
Working out, maybe if you don't feel good, don't work out.
When I used to work out and do weightlifting and cardio, I felt better if I did it while I had a cold. I just never wanted to go to the gym to do it because I didn't want to get anyone else sick. However, I had to learn the lesson the hard way that I should not work out when I had the flu because I went to do some lifting and I had to stop and throw up like 20 minutes into my sets. And I was like, okay, no more. I need rest. So just be careful. Listen to your body.
Emanon says, my mom can make the patches to order, so I'll just have to get a hold of her. All right. So maybe we still have to talk about it because there's price things and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'll check out the contract that we have with Modern Physics
Yeah.
and see what that looks like because I haven't had a partnership or anything like that in a while.
Yeah.
And we'll discuss what we want to do with it and see if it's like a limited time thing we're going to offer or what the case may be because we don't want to have anyone get overwhelmed and not be able to guarantee stock or anything like that.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Lady M says, Robin, what are you drinking tonight? I have cranberry juice and vodka and a little bit of Sprite because sometimes I don't like carbonation, but like right now I really want carbonation. I'm really thirsty. I haven't really drank a lot
She's always
today.
dehydrated.
I'm always
she never
dehydrated.
ever drinks water.
But yeah. Glitch says, I still have one of those black bath bombs. You should use it because I really enjoyed it when I used the black one because you're just like floating in this sparkly black water.
Sea of darkness.
It's really fun.
Yeah, I used the last Scaryish one that we had a while back, and I think we might still have one or two laying around. They sent us like a sampler pack, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah. And they just all smell so good.
Brittany says, hope you feel better, Emily. If it makes you feel better, your hamsters are unlikely to catch what you have, depending on what it is. Vivian put up a question of the week. Says, if you could jump into one universe or storyline of any book series, movie series, TV series, what storyline / universe would you choose, such as Harry Potter, Narnia, etc.? I think we've had something similar to this one before, which is kind of fun because I don't think my answers actually change, but I'll let you answer first.
My answers probably change all the time. It depends on the mood I'm in. Like, I just got Midnight Sun in, the new Twilight book. And
if you were going to be a vampire, why would you ever want to be a Twilight vampire?
Because you're all sparkly and cute. Hello. JK, LOL. No, I'd probably want to be a wizard. Or a witch. in Harry Potter.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Because even though you have to deal with Voldemort, I think being able to go to school at Hogwarts would be just absolutely amazing.
You're from America. It would be
Oh my
Ilvermorny.
God. Then, yeah, it'd have to be an Ilvermorny. But still, being able to learn magic would be so cool.
What if you were a muggle? What if we live in the Harry Potter world right now? We're all just muggles and we don't know it. We're all stupid assholes.
I'd be so sad. Let me dream.
Well, I guess like part of the question is you could put yourself into that universe and like I guess you could, give yourself your own circumstances of how it would go down.
I would make Harry get with Luna instead.
Yeah, we talk about that every time we rewatch it. We really do think he should have wound up with Luna. I don't know. I used to always think World of Warcraft because I was like such a fan of Warcraft since like Warcraft 2. Then I read all the books and the novelizations and all that stuff, so I knew everything about it, and it would be super cool to be there because I just know everyone. But it's been so long since I played anything in the Warcraft series that at this point I would just be an idiot. So I don't know if I have one. Maybe Harry Potter, just because Robin's there. Yeah,
Aww.
I'll go with that.
Cute. Who knows if we'd even be friends, though, Ravenclaw.
Yeah. You'd be a Hufflepuff. You guys are friends with everyone.
That's true. Well, no, because Cedric was kind of a dickhead to Harry.
He was. Yeah, he got his in the end, though. Just saying.
Oh my fucking God.
Spoilers.
Yeah, he became a vampire instead. I Once a Dinner says, Dirty Joke of the Week, why was the snowman excited?
For a snowblower?
Yeah, he heard the snowblower was coming.
Oh, okay. I was close. I knew snowblower was going to be part of it.
I Once a Dinner also says, I want to be a dragon rider from Aragon. That would be cool.
Never read it.
I might get you the first book for Christmas then, because it is very good series about dragons, especially if you like it. It's not as intense as Game of Thrones. It's a young adult book, okay?
Right on.
But it's very cute. The storytelling is very good. I really like Aragon. Captain Fake Eye says, hi, sorry I'm late. Hello,
what up, Captain
welcome.
Fake Eye? Vivian says, wait, for Harry Potter, you would have to choose what part in the series. The characters change, people die. Which book/movie in the Harry Potter series would you want to live through? Would you just want to be in it present day? Which is like the Cursed Child,
The Cursed Child era, post-Voldemort.
There's always going to be one, though,
Yeah.
Before Voldemort, there was Gilbert Godfrey or whatever his name was.
Gilbert Godfrey? What the fuck?
Grindelwald?
Grindelwald?
Grimstein. That's it. Grindelwald.
Get out.
Grindelwald Godfrey.
God. Get out. Anyway, ASB Bunny says, where do the Australian wizards go? I have no clue. I really don't.
I think all of Australia are just wild magicians. That would make a whole lot of sense.
That'd be cool, though.
Yeah. It's wild magic down under.
Glitch says Pokemon.
Oi! That's all the curses. That's how they cast all of them. They just yell that. So.
Glitch says Pokemon so I can battle monsters. That's cute.
That would be cool.
Awkward Artist Play says they ruined Aragon when the movie came out. I could see that.
Damn it.
Actually, Faison says Pokemon's a solid choice. I think Pokemon would be really fucking cool, too.
Because anyone can be a trainer.
The thing I want to know is what they eat. What humans eat.
Oh, what humans eat?
Yes.
Normal things. Everything that you would normally eat. There's just also Pokemon.
You don't see cows in Pokemon.
I mean, why would you?
You see Miltank.
I didn't see any cows when I was in Japan.
Or Taurus.
I mean, I don't think you would eat Pokemon. That'd be pretty fucked up.
You gotta eat something.
I'm sure there's other animals in the world besides Pokemon.
Like Psyduck. Bet that's how they eat duck. Psyduck.
Okay, we gotta go watch Detective Pikachu and see if there's any wildlife aside from Pokemon. Vivian says, have you all seen The Umbrella Academy? We just finished season 2. It wasn't as disappointing as I anticipated it would be. However, I was not, blown away by season 2 by any means.
No.
I was much more happy with season 1.
Yes.
I don't like when stories retread almost the exact same storyline. And it just seems like, all right, let's do it again, but in the 1960s. Let's go with 1963. How about that? And it's very slow moving in certain places, and I'm just like, you did this last season. I don't need to see everyone separated and taking forever to come together, and then having stupid family squabbles, and it was, I don't know. I feel like it was a step back, but I do look forward to season 3.
Captain Fake Eye says, trying to imagine Grindelwald as Iago from Aladdin.
Exactly.
Scroll. Sorry, I'm going to have to scroll. There's a lot of chat, so I'm trying to scroll through so that we can
I'm caught
get to
up,
the story.
just so you know.
Okay. Scroll.
I'm a sleepy boy today, you guys. I'm just really fucking tired right now. So.
Me too. I had to be at work at 8:30, and I have to
I
drive
also
an
had to be
hour.
at work at 8:30. Right here.
I have to drive so fucking far. Okay.
Drive so far.
Hollis here says, I watched Digimon the movie, and those monsters were so adorable. Terriermon is so stinking cute.
Jay Valor says, so fish. You can eat fish in Pokemon.
A lot of the Pokemon are, or not Pokemon, they're both adorable. Pokemon and Digimon, they're both adorable. They're redoing the Digimon series again. You can watch it on Crunchyroll. That's where I've been watching it. And they're just so stinking cute. So cute. I love Digimon. Okay.
Vivian says, what the fuck was that ending? I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but what the fuck was that ending? Honestly, this is how much I did not like that season. I don't even remember the fucking twist at the end. Don't remember it. I remember some of the stuff that happened. And then, oh yeah, I totally do remember it. It's just like, my friend described season 1 as a really good season that ended on a big wet fart. And I was just like, I don't know about that, but that's exactly how I feel about season 2. So, prepare yourself for a big wet fart.
Silly Snuggle Kid says, pretty sure they eat Magikarp. I could see that.
That's
I'm What's for Dinner says,
fucking good name.
Miltank Steak and Peking Psyduck.
I think there's still all the animals that exist in our world. There's just also Pokemon. They just happen to be a different, like, breed of cow is the Miltank, and a different breed of fish is the Magikarp.
So you're eating Pokemon. I don't know. I don't think I could do that.
I didn't say that at all. I said you just eat the other stuff that's not Pokemon.
They're all Pokemon.
They're not. You don't eat Pokemon. She's a human being. She wouldn't appreciate that. Don't make a joke. Don't make a joke.
Anyway, I'm going to go into my next story here.
All right, I'm going to mark it. Nope.
You fuck. So this past episode, there was like 5 minutes where we were just
laughing.
We were
Even
so tired.
Even the clip I posted on Patreon,
oh my god,
that hit the cutting room floor that I thought people would think is funny. That's about 60% of just the fucking off-track bullshit we went through, and there was a couple other ones too that was just.
It was so bad
less than 24 hours ago.
It was so bad last night. We were just like, I don't know why, but everything just turned into this.
It snowballed.
Yeah.
It really did snowball.
I don't even know.
We had the giggles. I call it the giggles. It's when you get the giggles, but it's German, so it's the giggles.
It's like he starts laughing because he makes a stupid joke.
A great joke.
And then I start laughing because he's laughing, and then it just becomes this huge thing. I don't know. If you join Patreon, you can listen to that stupid clip. It's just us laughing for like 5 minutes. Anyway, okay. So this next email is from Abby, and the subject is Indonesian Ghost.
Interesting.
Hello, Robin and Adam.
Hello.
Hello, that's us. My name is Abby, and I'm from Indonesia. I really, really want to tell you guys about our kind of ghosts and our beliefs on the supernatural realm. But first, I'll start with ghosts. First off, there's a ghost called Pocong. And Pocong is a ghost that wanders around, usually around his graveyard or his house, seeking help. What kind of help, you might ask? Well, here comes the cultural lesson. Since Indonesia consists almost 60% of Muslims, we bury the deceased in the Muslim way. It means that we wrap the deceased with a special kind of cloth called kafan?
Pick one and say it confidently, and we'll just put that in the episode.
Kafan?
That's not confidently.
Shit. Kafan.
Okay, just keep going.
Shit.
This is confidence gonna get.
And then tie both ends with the piece of cloth. And then when we bring the... And we... Fuck.
Holy shit, dog.
And when we bring down the body to the grave hole, we are supposed to untie the knot on the head, and sometimes they, the ones that bury the body, forget to untie it. And so the body's wandering around seeking help to untie it. You can Google it and see what it looks like. Warning, it's really, really scary. I don't want to Google it.
Right.
I can't. I don't think I could handle. But I could see that turning into some ghost legend. Because,
a broader piece of culture.
Right.
Right.
Because if you forget to do something and then they're trapped there, they're going to want to get out.
Can you imagine, like, in our culture, they're called pallbearers. They're the people who deliver the coffin from the site to the grave. They carry the coffin. It's usually people that are very close to the deceased. Can you imagine being one of the people that's in charge of untying it? And then afterwards just realizing, like, oh, man.
Because they're already buried.
Did we do that?
Yeah.
Like, that's just got to be the worst feeling ever.
Now, to my experience seeing it, one night, I wanted to go to my room. My room at that time is on the outside of the house, but still connected to it. But in order to go to my room, you need to get out of the house first. And just as I'm touching my room door handle, I felt that I needed to turn around. That's scary when you feel like there's something behind you, so you want to look, but you're like, what the fuck am I going to see if I turn around? And when I turn around, I saw it. A kid-sized pocong just chilling on my neighbor's tree branch, facing the other way.
At least it wasn't facing your way.
Yeah. I couldn't move for a couple of seconds, but I didn't feel scared at all. I just froze there and couldn't move. And when I could move again, I opened the door and get inside my room. In my room, there's a big window that's facing that tree. When I looked at the window, that pocong was gone. And then I just laid in my bed and fell asleep. I don't know how you could. I'd be like, maybe I just want to stay awake just a little bit longer. Right. Sorry for the long email. Although I don't have any personal experience seeing them, I'll send you other kinds of ghosts that we have in store if you're interested.
Absolutely.
Thanks for reading it. Best regards, Abby. Thank you so much for sending that. I don't know how you could sleep after like seeing something very much there.
Right.
This kid sitting on this tree branch. You don't hear anything either, right? You don't hear them jumping off or anything like that. And you go into your house or your room, and then you look out the window and they're gone. I wouldn't want to go to sleep because what if they jumped off the tree and are walking to my place because they just saw me go inside?
I just I don't know why, but I had the urge. I need to know more about this legend and if there's consequences, if they catch you or what happens. But I'd be like, yo, dog, do you want me to get that top knot for you? Because I feel like that's what they came back for, is they're trying to get the top of the bag untied.
But how do you know who it is?
Well, does it matter? It doesn't matter to me. It just is a
you
person
just go to any body and just untie
if
whatever.
they're wandering around after they passed away because someone tied and forgot to untie the top of their bag, I feel like it's just delivering a public service and being very polite.
To uncover whatever graves and then...
No. These are apparitions that they're saying. It was sitting in a tree.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm just going to go dig up every grave. I'm saying if I saw this apparition, it might not be my first instinct, but in the back of my head it might be, I think they need help. So, I don't know. I want to know more about it. If they're wandering around for someone to untie the top, what happens if you do,
Well, how do you know which top needs to be untied?
I mean, you just feel around. Are those toes? Or is that a face? And if it's a face, you untie it.
No. I mean, you don't know what grave it's going to be in.
Okay, again, this apparition, I don't know if it's a ghost or if it's the actual thing come out of the grave. You're making a lot of assumptions and putting them on me and on how I'm reacting to this. So
it's just so you see this person, but you don't know who that person is. So
you're saying you would only untie it if it was someone you knew?
No, you don't know what grave this person is in for you to untie it.
You keep saying you don't know the grave. You don't have to go to the grave. The thing came out of the fucking grave and came to you, is my point.
Yeah, so if they want your help, how do you help them?
You just go over and untie the fucking thing.
But you don't know what grave it came out of.
Okay, it doesn't matter. You untie it. It's clearly some sort of apparition that came out and got there. So if I untie it, I imagine it's just going to go back to sleep and rest peacefully. You think I untie it and now I'm in charge of reburying this thing. Is that what you're saying?
No. Untie what?
The bag.
They're not walking around in the bag.
I thought that said that they're in the bag. That it was an apparition that's still in the bag looking for this thing to be untied. I thought that's the entire thing we just talked about.
I thought that it's the ghost of a person who becomes a ghost because their bag doesn't get untied.
That's not how I interpreted that.
Maybe you're right and I'm wrong. And I just thought it was a ghost, that just looks like a person and needs their bag untied.
I'm just going to go and look this up and just take this entire fucking thing out of the episode.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Robin's just arguing based off of what she thinks the legend is, and I'm arguing based off of what I think the legend is based off of how I heard the email. So, who the fuck knows? Marking it. But yeah, thank you so much for sending that in. We appreciate it, and we'd definitely like to hear more about the stories you have to share.
Thank you.
All right, so before we move on to our next email, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And then we're going to do an actual ad on Twitch. YouTubers don't get it, and some folks don't wind up getting it either. I don't know how many of you out there know this actual legend, but I'm very curious as to whether when you see these things, they're still in this, rather than they're just themselves wandering around. So that's what it came to. Someone said, this is a nothing fight, in all caps. It's this isn't a nothing fight. This is just, we understood it completely differently.
See, so I read it. I'm reading the email again, right? It says the body is wandering around seeking help to untie it. When I read that, I didn't think that
it was still in it.
It was still in it. That's why.
Still, why wouldn't you? I imagine if they got out, like, let's say they're ghosts. They get out and they're, like, wandering around. I'd be like, yo, dog, do you need help? And then they'd be like, and then I'd follow them, because clearly they came back from the dead to get this thing untied. So I imagine they lead me back.
Either way it works. If they're still in a bag, you untie the bag because they're standing there. But I don't know. Who knows? This is a legend, right? This is a ghost.
This is uncharted territory.
This is uncharted territory. Anyway, scrolling up. I want to know. Says, question: why does Robin not get a comfy chair? Adam just lays back like a Skyrim.
Because
Charles.
I save money to invest into my chair, and I've had hand-me-down chairs for the last decade, so now I finally have my comfy one.
I just use whatever chair I have available to me because I'm not spending money on a chair.
She refuses to spend money on a chair, except when we started building the office, when she had to have a chair and we had to spend money on it. So,
I spend money on storage solutions. Like, I spend money on like little organization carts.
Before you start
shelves.
crying for Robin, Argentina, she has 2 fucking desks in this room. She has 2 giant storage rollers on wheels and an entire fucking closet.
That's my clothes closet,
and
too.
And it has all your crafts in there, too. Not to mention 5 shelves on the wall completely covered
it's
in
shared shelf.
98% her stuff.
It's a shared shelf.
I have my wand over there. I have 2 Master Swords and my little tiny toys of Zelda that total, I think, 12. And literally, the rest is hers. And then I think this bookshelf is probably 95% hers.
I mean...
So. She could have whatever fucking chair she wants. She sees manga on Amazon, she orders it. She sees a book written by Stephanie Meyer that she knows is going to be a turd, she orders it.
I'm excited to read it.
The Amazon guy and me are on a first name basis.
No, they're not.
He is getting yearly bonuses. He's breaking fucking records, folks, on how many packages he delivers a year because of us. We're putting his kids through college. That's not how that works at all. I'm just exaggerating. She could order a chair she wants to. She just doesn't want to. All right, we're taking this fucking commercial break. Stop distracting us.
Kat says that... Oh, yeah, you can just roll your...
No, read what Kat did say. You already started.
Oh, but it says I need a throne. That'd be super cute.
I want to get her the same type of chair, but just get a different design.
I want the Overwatch one.
And every time I'm like, all right, we should order it. We have the money. She's like, no, I wouldn't spend that much money on a chair. I'm not like you.
I'm What's Dinner says, Princess of Spooks, Robin Graves. That's me.
Princess of Spooks is pretty
That's
good.
pretty fucking
All right,
good.
now I'm going to go ahead and run this ad. Some of you might get it. Some of you might not.
Yeah.
If you do, you'll be back in 60 seconds.
I'm so
I am
effing
sweating fucking balls right now.
It's hot. Why is it so hot in here? I don't know. It wasn't hot when I was working on my shit earlier.
Yeah, well, the fan was also on.
Oh,
as soon as I
gotcha.
turn the fan off, we close the door, we fire up those lights, it just starts skyrocketing in temperature.
Yeah, I've been, since I got home from work, I've just been trimming business cards because all my business cards, oh shit, the trash is still on the floor.
Yeah. This poor floor has a little bit of trash. It's just a disaster, folks. It's just Robin's shit everywhere. Not her physical, actual shit, but just a lot of stuff. Yeah, I like to
smear it all over the place.
So
no.
fucking gross.
No, all my business cards got printed off center, I guess. So I have to trim one whole side off. So I have to do 1,000 cards.
YouTube chat, I can read that while we're at a commercial break. I'm sweating. Jay Valor said, "Do you ever think about where all the animal people went from Dragon Ball? The Earth King was a cat person. Yeah, and then there's like Puar, who's a cat that can talk, and then Korin that stands at like the halfway point of the tower. It's a weird thing. I mean, it's an anime, so it could be worse." Scrolling. When you were messing up, Vivian said, "Robin, you good?" And Ginseng said, "Haha, I just showed up as Robin was messing up." Your glasses are over there, I'm pretty sure.
No, they're in the bedroom.
Awesome.
I hung them up.
Glitch came over to say, "I'll post this here because I know Adam will read it. LOL. Everyone knows Paul Bearer is a manager for The Undertaker and Kane." That's true. Such a cheesy pun, but it's still a pretty good one. Shout out to the Snark who just resubscribed. My
bangs are getting wet. That's how sweaty I am.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Anyways, the Snark just resubscribed for the 21st month using Twitch Prime, and the message is, "Hey y'all." Also, Glitch redeemed a high five, and I don't think we high fived. That was a good one.
Hope. Oh, can you see sweat?
I know. I thought the same thing when I looked at my arm. Hang on. How far behind are we? Yeah, it's a little.
Oh god, I'm in one of those like those sweat wicking shirts, one of those sports shirts. So I don't. Hopefully, it's not too bad. I don't know.
I'm just a sweaty beast. Shout
out
to Awkward Arts Place, who just hosted us. We appreciate that as well.
Glitch says, I need a drinking chalice. Bruh, a drinking chalice would be sweet.
We almost bought like a bunch of stupid shit from medieval times when we
Yeah.
went before the world shut down. We got that skull there, but we almost got one the size of our desk just because we fucking could. And it was just a nice feeling. Jay Valor, following up to This Is a Nothing Fight, says, nothing fights equal PDA and true love.
So Glitch says it's in a bag, like a tied sheet, and it needs to be untied. So that
yeah,
makes sense.
Then you just go untie it and you help them.
Emanon says, you guys should find a place on the desk for the patch if you guys are going to keep it. I'm thinking of doing like a shadow box. I think a shadow box would be really cool.
We've been talking about redecorating.
Yeah, we just need to redecorate. But we do have like different art and stuff like that we can put in a shadow box with like stuff like patches and pins and things like that. And I think it'd be really cool to like hang that up on the wall. We really want to redecorate it here, okay? And kind of make it, I don't know, more professional looking. Cause
I don't know if it'll ever be professional looking, but maybe it's different. Ginseng says, Adam, it's time to show Robin the minimalism documentary. I don't know what that is. Jay Valor says, I almost forgot. Adam, did you get the card I sent? We actually haven't been to the P.O. box lately since we picked up the patch, in fact. However, we will check it most likely Friday, because that's the first day that I'll be able to go. Vivian says, wow, Adam, that sounded exactly like Robin. Thank you.
The Snark, thank you so much for subscribing. We really appreciate it.
Already read it. You interrupted me while I was doing
Sorry.
this. I had to read it twice. Ginseng says, ugh. That happened to my mom's business cards. Came out that way. I had to trim them too.
Yeah, it's like
frustrating.
You
right?
pay them money, right, to make the cards, and then you have to spend more time. And it's I could have printed them with how they look right now.
It's frustrating.
It is frustrating. Anyway,
It is.
Captain Fake Guy says you guys are hilarious. We
Thank
just bicker like old married people.
We bicker like two people that interpreted something differently. So. Someone pays attention.
I will fucking cut you. I'm West Virginia says, I need to get some free time so I can draw some cryptids you guys can have. You guys have covered. That would be so cute. I'm West Virginia says, I'd love to draw them all, have them bound together in leather, and make it into a Scaryish bestiary. That would be
amazing.
So cool.
Yeah.
You seriously, all of you guys are so. Oh God, Siri, no, I'm not talking to you. No, it's still recording. No,
just say stop listening.
No, I got it. Siri, jeez.
And you say it again. Well.
The Snark said they also had problems with Vistaprint on both sets of their business cards. That is so annoying.
These fuckers, dude.
I also ordered from Vistaprint. No, I don't want to unfollow my own podcast, you stupid iPad. Yeah, so I also ordered from Vistaprint, and that's the company that is making me trim my own cards, which is so funny.
Shout out to Vistaprint.
Yeah. Awkward Artist Play says, you guys are like an old couple, young couple, and besties all in one.
That sounds about right.
I don't know about besties, but he's all right.
I really hate you sometimes.
All right, you can read your next email. Thanks.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Oh,
what?
no, so we can go into the quick commercial break thing. Did we already say that?
What?
Between the things, don't you say we're going to go quick commercial?
I started it, and then I did the ad.
Ah, okay, go.
I swear, she doesn't pay attention to the show she's on.
I need another drink.
I need a lot of drinks. All right, let me go ahead and get everything reset up. Since we ran the ad, bring that back over there. Mark that. And we're back. All right, I'm going to move on to my second story of the evening, and this one's subject is my homegrown horror story. Cool.
Nice.
So we know exactly what we're getting. It starts out like this. Hey, Robin, Adam, and Spooky Mom.
Hello.
Hello. And my
from
mom,
all of us.
Yeah, my mom in the background goes, hello, like Mrs. Doubtfire. It's okay to read this on the podcast. Thank you for putting that in the front. The first month and a half of quarantine, your podcast was my constant lifeline.
Oh, that's so nice.
That is nice to hear. Now I just share memes in the Facebook group and listen weekly.
Thank you for your memes.
Yes,
because
we appreciate them.
Love the memes that get posted. Sometimes they are highlights of our day, and we just sit here and just laugh.
Laugh so fucking much at them. Especially anything that says Quispy. Robin pisses her pants every time she sees that.
It's funny, okay?
I guess. It is funny. I won't say it's not funny, but you laugh like it's the first time you've seen it every time you see it, and I think it's kind of adorable. All right. Gonna keep going. Spotify was my podcast gateway, and I've been listening for a while. Shout out Spotify. There was a bit where I talked about my haunted house in the group, but I have wanted to give this story too. So if it sounds familiar, that might be why. Okay,
right.
Cool. Good to know. This isn't my first haunted house, I should clarify. My mom's house is over 100 years old, and neighbors see an old man in the window upstairs, which is impossible since no men live up there. Also, the ceiling has random footsteps, and the entrance has been barricaded since shortly after we moved in 2007. There's literally no way to get up there. Then, when I moved in with my husband, we would have all kinds of things get moved around on their own, which wasn't us, and our twins weren't even able to crawl yet. Then my husband got back from deployment. His closet light would flick on and off in the middle of the night.
Why was that place barricaded?
It was just, I think, the upstairs. Like, you have a derelict room in your house you're not going to go into anymore, so you barricade it.
That's scary.
I know people who have rooms that were like, the room is unrecoverable. It's just filled with a bunch of bullshit, and they literally, like, boarded up the door, or they took the handle off the door so you couldn't get into it. Like, my friend Lee had a room in a house he rented where they're like, never go in that room. And, like, you couldn't go in that room even if you wanted to. And it was
That's
just
sketchy.
It was like a hoarder room. It's where they shoved all of their shit, you know? It's like, instead of getting a storage locker, you just pick a room and you're like, all right, it's a one-bedroom house now, and you just cram everything in there. I don't know if that's the case. It could just be because there's demons in the attic. But I'm going to keep going.
All right.
Our current house gets saged frequently because the ghosts here are super active. When it becomes too much, I sage it down a notch. That's awesome. I guess I need to add another story, so this might be long. Sorry. So when we were buying our house, we viewed the house as you do. The older woman who lived here told us the guest house was for her mother, who had just gone to a home since her Alzheimer's had progressed. She had lived here with her mother and husband until she had divorced her husband. The dream of every old lady. Then, when her mother had gone to a home, she had more house than she needed. Her ex-husband had nothing to do with the sale. He was estranged and on the West Coast. Forward to us getting the house and moving in with our now adopted teen, 3-year-old twins, and 6-month-old baby. It's a beautiful home in a quiet neighborhood. Picture leading up to a typical ghosty movie. So it's like, yeah, you're moving in like, oh, you got it so cheap. How'd that happen? It's
nice,
like,
big, happy family.
Yeah, it's like, seances and rituals were done here. Okay, that is our little blue house with a white picket fence. Exactly our house. The first couple years were great. We had adopted my teen sister a month before moving in, and the guest house was a teen dream for personal space. It started when my sister asked one morning who had come over the night before. When we had said that there were no visitors, she looked confused and asked, then who was laughing outside my front door?
Shut up. No, shut up. What?
Her front door has a little porch to our back door, which is where we stand to talk sometimes, but no one had been there. The following months, there were a few times where she talked about hearing an old lady laughing, talking, or coughing.
That's
We
terrifying.
assumed that the previous owner's mom, who lived out there, had passed away. Also, our backyard has a shed where there is a bunch of building supplies where the previous owner's husband had remodeled the house. Side note, and this is just me saying this, I cannot stand it when people reno a house or fix something and they leave all the things they used to do that in the house. We still have shit we're getting rid of from the people who had the house before we did. And there was just like buckets of paint and plaster and bags of shit. And it's just so annoying. Like, part of the things that I want to be in a contract when you get a house is like, get rid of all your shit. If you don't get rid of all your shit, you owe me $1 million. Because, like, who knows? It could be like haunted 2x4s. Anyways, so shed has a bunch of shit in it. He poured so much of himself into our house that we can really tell he loved this house. Also, he haunts it too. We started hearing footsteps up and down the hall. Our toddler started waking up every morning at 2 a.m., and then things started being tossed at us from places there was no way to have them thrown.
If the kid is waking up
at 2 a.m.,
that's scary.
Yeah. And, you know, of course, the objects being thrown when they couldn't be thrown. Finally fed up, I did an internet search for the previous owner. I found her information and her ex-husband's. He had died around the same time we started getting freaked out by our new ghost. Now, there are a few times when we are just like, okay, John, we get it, and go on about our day. There have been bunches of times where we knew John is around, but he's been fine. I am really accepting, so it doesn't usually bother me. However, sometimes it scares me. Once I was folding laundry and a little box of cat medicine flew across the room and hit my leg. Since the box was behind a tumbler and had been sitting there for 2 weeks, there was just no way it fell. Not to mention I was 4 feet away from the microwave it was placed on, so it needed to be lifted around the cup, thrown
scary.
4 feet, and be aimed a little diagonally at my leg. I simply dropped the shirt I was folding, picked up the medicine, realized it was about time I give her the medicine, and said, thanks, John, I'll go now. Then went to the guest house where my cat lives with my sister's 2 cats for company, and cried.
Wow.
You know, because I am a baby, but my ghost friend was just looking out for my kitty, I guess. I mean, if something happens that's super unexplainable, like, it is upsetting. I totally get it. Like, you get a rush of adrenaline, and everyone handles that completely differently. Continuing on. Another time, my husband and I were sitting on the couch watching TV when we heard a loud boom. We thought a tree had fallen on the roof right above where my husband was sitting. Until then, he did not believe in John. He got up and went outside to see if our big tree had actually fallen. It was not storming, there was no wind, and after looking, the only tree we have out front was too short to reach the roof anyways.
Wow.
Thinking the attic maybe had a broken beam, he went to go check. I did not go because fuck that. No thanks.
Oh my God.
There was no broken beam in the attic and no evidence for what could possibly have made that noise. We believe there was in fact a ghost trying to let my husband know that he was there. Lastly, there's many more, but this story is from the group. So this is the one that they posted in the Spooky Friends group, so if it sounds familiar, that's why. In February, in parentheses, I think, I was at home sewing while the kids were at school and my sister was not living here. There was music playing and my 2 dogs were sleeping in the room with me. I heard talking from my daughter's room and it sounded like a child. Children ghosts are the scariest.
It's really creepy.
Yeah, dude. This isn't the first time we have heard a child talk, which always makes me think, demons.
What?
I stood up, shaking, grabbed my purse, and left.
When it comes to child entities too, it always makes me feel like it could possibly be a demon because they pick the most innocent thing possible.
To pretend they are.
Right, so that you kind of let them in. Like Annabelle Creation,
right.
Where
it pretends to be the couple's lost daughter.
Yeah.
Or passed away, whatever. All right, I'm going to keep going on this. I went and got sage, picked up the kids, and saged my house until my eyes stung. I feel like it wasn't John because he isn't vocal and probably doesn't sound like a small child. Okay, this is probably long enough, and some of the times I freaked. I can write more if you want. I love what you guys do and appreciate all the work you put into scaring me a little each week. If you do share it, and I catch it on Twitch, I am Silly Snuggle Kid, smiley face, who is right now in the channel.
Nice.
And it ends with, okay, bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sending it in. Silly Snuggle Kid, which is still one of my favorite names of anyone that's in Twitch. It's a really great story. It's well written, and we definitely want to hear the rest of your stuff. So please, please, please send it in. And honestly, when it comes to things that are supernatural, even if they seem benign or even if they seem like helpful, it's still freaky. You know,
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you're entitled or not entitled, but like you don't have a default reaction you're supposed to have. Freaking out and going and crying is not something you should ever be ashamed of because it's really fucking intense. Like people tend to just shake when they think something scary has happened. Like Robin almost pees herself every time she comes home, and I jump out from around a corner. I'm like, boo, and she knows it's just me. And if something really creepy would happen, I mean, I'd hope you do. If it was a murder, he wouldn't say boo, he would just stab you in the heart and go on with his business.
You got scared when I accidentally kicked the gate the other day.
Yeah, because she tried to do the boo thing, which I'm usually prepared for, and she accidentally kicked our fucking dog gate as hard as she could, so it was boo in a huge slam, like 6 inches from me. So I was like, what the fuck just happened? Yeah, it was scary. What? I'm not ashamed that I cried. I didn't cry. I'm a guy, I don't cry. Anyways, thank you so much for sending that in. All right, let's look over in stream chat and see what Silly Snuggle Kid had to say, as well as the rest of our folks.
All right, gonna scroll back through the things. Glitch redeemed a drink, and Hollister also redeemed a drink. So you got 2 drinks, babe.
You also got drinks. I'm scrolling up as well, so I'm just getting to where I left off. All right, there it was. Drink, drink. We're drinking, drink, 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 drink. My favorite Fall Out Boy song. It's called Drink, Drink.
My coworker said that her daughter wants to make her a record, like a vinyl record when she dies, and one of the songs she wants to have put on her record is my songs Know What You Did in the Dark.
That's funny.
Because the part that she loves is I'm on fire. That's like the only part she remembers.
So I will
so
say,
cute.
I think that's a genius idea.
I want to be pressed into a record. I think it'd be freaking cool.
Unless the record's like super terrifying, like how they used to say if you turn records backwards you could hear like demons. That's what I imagine Robin's record would sound like going forward. I want to point out we haven't had this question in a long time because it hasn't really been a thing, but I'm not wearing pants today. I also disabled switch seats so you guys can't make me stand up. All right.
You did?
Yeah, I totally disabled it because I'm not showing my dingle donger on the stream or whatever.
It's not hanging out.
Vivian says, what music have you all been listening to lately?
Lots of K-pop.
Honestly, I haven't been listening to a lot of music. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts again. But aside from that, not much. Barb, I think it's Barbie Ortega, but I'm going to call you Barb, says, I love you guys.
Aw,
with a bunch of emoticons with kisses all over their faces. And there's two of them, one for me and one for you.
I used to listen... Oh, thank you. I used to listen to this Japanese pop group called Arashi a lot when I was younger, like right out of high school.
Again,
and
so
I came across this documentary about them retiring this year. And so I've just been listening.
They're all like 30 now.
Yeah, they're all 30. I cannot believe it. They're all like my age.
Old men. They're my age.
And so they're retiring this year. And so I've been just re-listening to all their music and listening to their new music and stuff like that. And I'm just so sad. So sad.
Does it make you feel your own mortality, or are you just sad that they're retiring?
I'm just sad that they're retiring.
Okay.
But they deserve it. They've done this for more than half their lives. So.
I think it'd be really interesting if you said they didn't deserve it. That would be really, really weird.
Laura Ann says, not gonna work out. Had a headache for the last 2 days. I would definitely get that checked out because recurring headaches is not a good thing.
Robin, MD.
I'm WebMD. I'm here to tell you you're not doing so hot.
Don't do that. Don't WebMD your symptoms.
Yeah,
Vivian,
don't do that.
Vivian says, my podcast gateway was my friend Molly. My first episode was the spontaneous human combustion and selkie episode. I think it was
nice.
episode 50. I did that topic for my cousin, who I love and miss very much, because it is her biggest fear that she's just going to burst into flames randomly.
I once for dinner used highlight my message and said, wanted to say to I'm Beef Trainer that I love you and that first date we had 11 years ago changed my life for the better. Thank you for putting up with my quirks and making my life so much better for being in it.
Happy
anniversary. That is so freaking romantic. You guys are so cute.
Since you brought up anniversaries, I'm just going to go ahead and give a shout out that they'll never hear to my grandparents. It is their 72nd anniversary. So 72 years together is a really long time. And not just years together, that's years married. I love my grandparents a lot. All right, I'm going to keep scrolling and keep reading. Ginseng says, nice. I recently found the podcast a couple months ago while I was at work.
Nice. It's nice seeing a lot of new people popping in. Welcome. We are very weird and stupid. There is no flow to what we do. Okay.
There could be.
Someone
paid fucking attention to what we do.
It's lots of tangents. We're not professionals at this. We just are two people who like to talk shit.
Vivian likes to but Vivian pointed out that she's not really friends with the person who introduced her to podcasts in general, but she'll be forever grateful.
Aw, nice.
Ginseng cannot remember their first episode. I know one of my first was about some true crime down in Antarctica, though.
Yes, the poisoning in Antarctica.
It's a good episode. That was really good shit you did. I don't even remember what my topic was.
I'm Beef Trainer says, thanks, guys. And just so you know, the first date was a 5.5 hour walk and talk in the park. That's romantic as fuck.
That is.
That's a good date. If you can stand talking to someone for 5.5 hours, it's pretty good. I think the first time I ever hung out with you, I talked with you all night. Yeah,
she stayed all night. And I had to work at 9, and it was 8:30.
I think we stayed up till, was it 8:30 or 7 or something like that?
I stayed up the entire night, and then I had to go open the store. And I was like, you can stay at my place and sleep if you want. It's totally up to you.
Pretty sure I did some laundry. I folded some clothes because it was a mess in the closet or something.
No. She rearranged my closet because I had some stuff that belonged to my father on my top shelf, and she told me, the way that I had my closet laid out is that, it's putting him higher than me, so she moved his stuff. Because I wasn't talking to my dad at the time. It was just
I don't even remember that.
Weird feng shui.
That was probably some stupid Asian shit that came out of my head.
It was 100% this is what it means in Asian culture. I was like, okay, cool.
Anyway, he came home. I was just playing StarCraft on his computer.
Yes. Oh, no. She was playing SimCity.
Oh, was it SimCity? And I beat your town.
And I had spent
your town.
days trying to get my town past 75,000 people. And I came home and she was at 126,000. She's like, yeah, I started an hour ago. I'm like, fuck you, civil engineer. I hate you. Vivian says, I only remember the episode because we started painting and howling with laughter. That's funny. Just going to keep scrolling here.
Western Dinner says the date ended in a makeout session that steamed up the windows of the car in August.
It's pretty hot.
Oh,
I won't give you the finer details of how our first hangout session ended. Just know that I was in love.
Our first
super
hangout
hot.
session, nothing happened.
It's not true.
He honked my boob.
I did honk her boob, but that's not all I did. That's all I'm saying. We also made out at the end of our first date. So.
Oh, okay. I was like, nothing happened.
There was someone there who was also super into her, and I was like, yeah, that shit's not going to happen.
Anyway.
Ginseng says, I was listening to an episode at work today where Robin started making a tentacle joke, and I couldn't stop laughing at how visibly disappointed Adam was as he gave the answer. She does that shit all the time, man. Ginseng says, I recently parted ways with my ex, and I still have some gifts she gave. Even the thought of letting go of them is hard, to be honest. Sometimes breaking up is a very difficult thing to do, and I don't know the details of it. I don't know if you initiated the breakup or they did, but either way, take whatever time you need. That's all you got to do. Just take whatever time you need, and at some point you're going to feel like you're ready, and then you can just let it go.
Let's see. I Wants to says, are you strapped on and ready to go, Luna Bin?
Wow.
And Luna goes, I'm always strapped on. So fucking funny.
J. Valora says to Ginseng, letting go is hard. Donate items that will give someone else a smile. That's a good idea.
Scroll, gonna scroll some more.
Vivian says, I've been listening to Cave Town, Girl in Red, MXM Tune, and Oliver Tree. I haven't heard of any of those.
Cat Beatrix says, strap on really should be a sticker. I need to think of something.
Design it in a way that's not like super dirty.
Yeah, because right now I'm working on the Krampus charms.
He's like really hot.
He's really hot. I don't know how he shouldn't be, but he is.
But I like it.
But I like it. And so I'm working on that design, and I was working on some other design too that I don't even fucking who knows. Okay, I have so much to do this week, and my brain is just fried.
I keep getting messages. This is my work laptop. I keep getting messages from people at work like, any updates on this? It's like, it's fucking 7:30.
Thank you so much, Captain Fake Guy, for donating 500 bits.
Thank you so much, Captain Fake Guy. We appreciate it so much. Ginseng says, for sure, in regards to donating stuff, I plan on making a big donation trip soon since I'm going through and clearing out lots of clutter. It's a pretty good idea. Vivian says, my mom had a headache for about 3 days in a row, and I got rid of it in 7 minutes for her. She does this thing where she, quote, finds the headache. She rubs around on her scalp and finds corresponding pressure points that temporarily gets rid of her pain. And if you press that for long enough, the headache disappears. That's super interesting. I wish I knew how to do that. Jay Valor says, I'm weird when picking podcasts to listen to. I'll try to listen to any topic, but if I don't like the timbre or pitch of someone's voice, I won't listen. I know a lot of people that are like that, and a lot of people don't like the Flophouse because they don't like one of the three guys' voices. And I think I'm appreciative that their voices are distinct and different, and I know who's talking as soon as one of them speaks. And it's like when I listened to My Favorite Murder, it took me forever to figure out whether Karen or Georgia was talking, and I'd be like, I don't know, like they sound so similar, and it's driving me fucking crazy.
It's true. Let's see. I Wants to says, happy anniversary, Grand Spooks.
Grand Spooks.
It's pretty fucking cute. Captain Fake Eye says boob honking is hilarious. Unsure as to why straight guys like to do it so much.
They're boobs. And when you squeeze something, you go honk. That's it. That's all it comes down to.
I was just like, what the fuck? Radio Man says, y'all got a ways to go. The missus and I have been married for 31 years and together 32. That is so cute.
Congrats.
Congratulations. That is so cool.
Jay Valor says, my hubby and I met in high school, and I was smitten with him then, and I'm still stupid in love with him now.
That's so romantic.
We're 12 years together, and I both adore him and want to kill him to keep him mine. That's hilarious.
So romantic. Chicka Boom Boom says, my 9-year anniversary with my boyfriend is this Friday. Happy future anniversary. Or
future anniversary?
Pre-anniversary. Happy early anniversary.
Jay Valor hedged their bets with this follow-up sentence. We're also just too lazy to leave one another. If that doesn't scream marriage, I don't know what does.
ASB Bunny says, sorry I haven't been chatting much, guys. My sister just had her baby. Congratulations on having a baby.
Absolutely, congratulations. Don't worry about not chatting. We totally understand. Scroll. I'm almost caught up.
Captain Fake Eye says, "Oh man, I still can't tell Karen or Georgia on MFM."
Thank you. I feel bad because I'm like, does this mean
I
I'm
really
a piece
can't.
I always think like I'm sexist, like I'm a piece of shit that I
No.
can't differentiate these two ladies' voices.
It took me months.
And like I finally got to the point where I was like, okay, I know who's talking, you know?
Yeah.
But it's just like, and then we saw them live, and when I see them live, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck my problem is. Their voices are so goddamn different.
Because you can see their face.
Yeah, and then like I go back and like immediately after that I started listening to an episode like the next day, and I was like,
And
I have no fucking idea who's talking.
In the beginning too, I think some episodes they go like, "That's Georgia Harstark," and then
they introduced each other.
Yeah, and so you're like,
pain in the ass.
"Stop this! I'm confused." Anyway, is it my turn to read?
I have a few more things to read, and then it will be. There's a soft-spoken, unexplained podcast called the Dark Histories Podcast. Soothing voice to listen to when sleeping or chilling. Interesting to know, and I guess we just gave him a shout-out, so there you go. Alright.
Awkward Artist Play says, "All the single spooky friends reading the wholesome ass chat."
It's funny.
Shout out to you single people, too.
At that very moment, Vivian said, haha, my single ass, which is very funny. Glitch says, there's going to be a lot of temps checked tonight. Hopefully it's not because of an outbreak or anything like that. But yes, I am caught up in my chat, so you can go ahead and read. And this is the last one.
Cool.
So go ahead and, do the whole, it's the last one
Emails
thing.
are freaking out on my screen. Hold on. Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and have a sip of my drink because I am parched.
Sippy, sip, sip, sippy.
Also, I just want to say shout out to anyone who watched my stream on Sunday, I think it was. Because it was the most people I've had in my channel. I know it's not a lot, but I had like between 15 and 17 people watching me at once, and that was a pretty good feeling. So I was also playing a game where you play a monster that eats humans, so it's very fun. It's a good time for me. All right, now sip this, and then Robin can read.
So my next email here is from Tatum, and the subject is Blue Man. I hope it wasn't a group of them.
Are they indeed a blue guy? I feel like we might have read this before, because I feel like I've just
Really?
made that joke recently. Also, this is the last email of the show. She was supposed to do the last email transition, and she didn't.
Oh, this is the last email of the show.
There you go.
And it is from Tatum. It's titled Blue Man. We already made Blue Man group and man jokes. I don't know. Anyway, Adam will edit that later. Hi, Robin and Adam.
Hello.
Hello, that's us. I feel like I've already said that this episode. Anyway, my name is Tatum, and I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. Found your podcast right when I was starting my first year of college, so it's easily in one of my top 3 favorites.
Yay.
Nice.
We made the top 3.
I wish I could be friends with you guys in real life. You know what's funny is...
You probably wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
You're like, fuck these people.
We're not cool.
We're fucking nerds.
We're so, it's not even, we're so nerdy. Okay. Anyway, I grew up in a relatively old house that's full of weird stuff, and I am finally getting around to sharing it with you guys. I have 3 little stories that I remember from then. So, as a child, and even now, I've always pretended to sit on the floor. Oh, pretended? That's not the word that's there.
I was going to say, like, how do you pretend you hover? I don't understand. Okay, go ahead.
Like Zenyatta. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I've always preferred to sit on the floor. When I'm doing homework, eating, watching a movie, or whatever, I'm always most comfortable on the floor, for whatever reason. I'm the same way. I always sit, like, Indian style, even if I'm sitting on the sofa. Sometimes it's just more comfortable.
This show is what taught me crisscross applesauce is also what it's called. I had no idea that's what it was until it got emailed to us, and then we had to get it clarified.
What did I just say? What did I call it?
Indian style.
Oh, I shouldn't say that.
Not very PC.
No, it's not PC. The only occupants of the house were me, my mom, my older brother, and 2 pets. A dog named Lola and a cat named Chester. Rest in peace.
Aww.
Rest in peace to your animals. We were talking about this animal movie, Dog's Journey, or whatever, today, and I was like, I can't watch it because I will cry.
Who's we? You looked at me like
me
it
and
was
my coworkers.
I was like, I didn't talk about you with this.
I love it.
Must have been your other boyfriend.
Shut up. I love animals so much. Anyway. One of the most vivid memories I have in my childhood home was becoming acquainted with a silent but super sad-looking ghost. The first time I encountered him was when I was 7 years old, sitting on the floor, eating with my mom and my brother on the couch behind me. The way that I was positioned, I was the only one that would have been able to see the hallway as I was sitting perpendicular to it. I remember vividly seeing a human body walk down the hallway out of the corner of my eye, even though everybody that lived in the house was sitting in the same room as me, and it paused right in front of me as if to get my attention without saying anything. So, of course, being the bouncy, curious child that I was, I turned to look. I saw a transparent blue man wearing a dirty suit and tie just staring at me with the most somber expression I've ever seen.
He sounds like a dirty Dr. Manhattan.
Oh my God. Well, I guess he does wear a suit at some point.
He does, yeah. Just not dirty one.
Like he was... Did I already read? Okay. Like he was straight out of the Great Depression era. I absolutely froze, and he soon after just slightly turned and walked straight into the wall and disappeared. I had major goosebumps and reluctantly turned around, freaking my mom out because she said I was so pale. I had looked like I had just saw a ghost. Very funny, Mom. That's funny. I could hardly get the words out, but I told her that I just saw a very sad blue man walk through the wall, and in order to keep my brother and I calm, she said it was just my imagination, even though my mom is very in touch with her spiritual side, and later told me that she believed me at the time and that she used to see him too.
Do you think he's blue because he's sad?
He's like indeed a blue guy.
If he became envious, would he be green? Or if he became joy, would he be yellow? I can't remember. I haven't seen Inside Out in a while.
That image...
Anger is red.
That
Fear
image...
is purple.
Stop it! That image still plays in my mind like I took a photo of it. The next two experiences only ever occurred in my room or outside of my window. Of course, prey on the defenseless little girl.
Aww.
I feel like children are just, I don't know, maybe more open to seeing it because they
doubt less.
Yes.
They have less reason to be skeptical about things. Mainly because they haven't, let the world crush their beliefs yet. So they have, more, I don't know, more of an open mind to things, to take stuff in.
I had these plastic beads hanging from my doorway, similar to the ones popular in the 70s. I could see that, and I bet they were pink and blue and really colorful
and
ones.
Definitely brown. There's a lot of brown on those door beads, just saying.
But as a little girl, I'm sure you were like, I want unicorn colored ones. I don't know.
I want a rainbow door bead.
So, okay, I had these plastic beads hanging from the doors, similar to the ones popular in the 70s, that I was so adamant on keeping there, despite the number of times that they would move by themselves in the middle of the night.
Could be the AC.
It could be the
also,
AC.
fuck that.
If I were the parent in the situation, I would have been like, they are coming down. There's something wrong here. No. They never moved all at once, as if the air conditioning was blowing on them, but always in a wave, as if somebody was running their hands across them.
That's fucked up.
That's scary.
Hey man, if I was learning my ghost stuff like Patrick Swayze in the movie Ghost, which I constantly reference, that's probably one of the first things I would be practicing at, is to do a full wave across the beads.
Movement never happened during the daytime, but only in the middle of the night after all three of us were in our bedrooms. My door was always kept open when I slept, as well as my mother's. She could see into my room from her bedroom. That's nice. So she kept her door open just in case she needed to check on me easily. And she would later tell me that she would constantly see the beads swinging even when the air conditioning was off.
Those beads would be down so fucking fast, dude. I'd be like, if something's here, I don't want to know about it. I'm pulling those beads down.
I didn't have an air vent anywhere near my doorway either, so that makes everything even better. Yeah, no. Those would have been gone. If I were your mom, I would have been like, no. There's no way that's natural. We're taking these beads down. Sorry.
You have a very nice mom, because there's some moms out there who would have ripped the beads down and been like, get the fuck out of my house, you're haunted. So, appreciate them. I think you should.
Lastly, this story is one that confuses me the most. The only window in my room was one of two that looked out into the front yard. My brother's room was right next to mine, and his was the second and only other window that looked out into the front yard. Often, on weekends, I would stay up past my bedtime to watch music videos on my TV when I wasn't supposed to. One night, I heard two men arguing, and it sounded like it was right inside my house. I didn't know who I thought it was, but in order to not get caught for having my TV on, I quickly turned it off and acted like I was sleeping. This, of course, didn't make the men stop. It just made me hear them more clearly. Not the best logic, but hey, how much logic does a 7-year-old have?
Aww. That reminds me of this episode of Below Deck Mediterranean we were watching the other night, where the guests were just arguing and everyone on the super yacht could hear them. I hate that I watched that show, but it's so fucking good.
It's so addicting. It is so addicting, and we stay up way too late watching this show.
The twilight of reality TV, and I'm so fucking addicted to it. I just had to get a fucking Below Deck reference in there, because I'm sitting here wanting to talk about it. I'm sorry I've interrupted your story. Please continue.
The more I listened, the more it sounded like they were directly outside my window. I couldn't ever make out what they were saying, but I knew that they were arguing. I would stand on my bed to look out my window and see nothing at all, and the conversation would stop. I would lay right back down, and the conversation between the men would start right back up again. I repeated my routine, and behold, the conversation would stop, and there would still be nobody outside of my window where I heard them so clearly. It was unmistakable. This scared the shit out of me, and I repeated this process at least 2 more times, but the argument just persisted between these 2 mystery ghost men. Maybe they were fighting about the failing stock market, since the blue man from the first story seemed like he was from the Great Depression. Who knows? The next day, I asked my brother if he heard the men fighting, and he had no idea what I was talking about. I was wide awake when this was happening, and was the only one in the house with a TV in my room. That's so nice.
Yeah.
So the dialogue could not have come from anywhere else in the house. My mom thinks that I have been gifted with communicating with spirits since I was a baby, so that's her explanation to that one. That's I don't know how I would take
dead
that.
People.
Yeah. These experiences still creep me out, but they make for a good story. I love the podcast. Thank you so much. Keep doing what you're doing, or should I say keep on creeping on. Can I get an extra woo from Adam? Love you guys both. P.S. My mom just started listening to you guys too. Nice.
Woo!
Oh my fuck.
You're welcome, and thank you to your mom for listening to us. I already said you have a good mom, so I was clearly in the right about that since she's listening to our show. Thank you for sending in your stories. That's pretty intense.
That's a lot for a 7-year-old to experience.
Image of beads, slowly having that wave.
Yes.
Like, I'm putting that into a short story at some point in my life, because that's fucking
so scary.
Creepy.
Like when curtains do that too. Like they don't blow naturally. It's like someone's lifting it and then pushing it.
And I've never seen it happen, thank the Lord.
In scary movies when they do that. It's a good...
I've never seen a scary movie where that happens, actually.
What is that? The Haunting? Haunting? It's the one where it's the big mansion. They bring people in for this psychological experiment. Owen Wilson's in it.
Shanghai Nights? Shanghai Noon. You said Owen Wilson. These are the only movies I've ever seen with him. Oh, Royal Tenenbaums. Big House. Got you.
Get out. The mom from The Conjuring. The mom from The Conjuring is in it. I don't know.
The mom from The Conjuring? Oh, I know which movie you're talking about.
Yeah. I think it's called Haunting.
No, it might be The Haunting.
The Haunting? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a part
We've narrowed it down.
There's a part in it where the curtains kind of blow because the ghosts are playing in the curtains, and it's weird.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good to know. That does also sound terrifying, but thank you for sending in your story. And now that your mom listens, she should send in her stories as well, especially from the perspective of someone who has a daughter who apparently can commune with the dead, which is horrifying. So, right on. All right. We're going to look over to Stream Chat one more time, and then we're going to play Marbles on Stream. So here's how it's going to go down. I'm going to check the YouTube chat. It's called The Haunting with Liam Neeson. Jay Valor says there in YouTube. I'm going to check the YouTube chat, and I'm going to boot up Marbles on Stream while Robin checks the Twitch chat, and I get that set up.
All my chat's gone, so...
All Robin's chat is gone, so I'm going to do exactly what I just said and then slide my laptop over to her. Scrolling up.
Captain Fake Eye also redeemed a high five. And
shout out to X Awesome X.
Am Awesome.
Am awesome.
Thank you for subscribing with Amazon Prime.
For the 11th? No.
For the 4th month.
11 minutes ago.
11 minutes ago. If you folks have Amazon Prime and you haven't attached your Twitch to it yet, or nobody's attached their Twitch to your Amazon Prime yet, go ahead and do that, because you can subscribe to any Twitch channel of your choice. Hopefully that's us. It's just free money that you get every month. You get
Take
one
that money
free sub
out of Jeff Bezos' pocket. Dirty money 2020. Vivian in YouTube says, damn, I thought this was my friend Tatum's story because he listens to the show too. Apparently it was not, so that's sad.
What? I thought
Ginseng.
I read Tatum's story.
I don't know.
That is Tatum's story.
There you go. Now you know.
And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe!
Ginseng says, oh my god, you just reminded me of a time that my friend and I were talking about her sister's scary dreams. I should get in touch with her and see if they want to share their story. Please do. Vivian says, in kindergarten, the teachers would say, crisscross applesauce, hands in the soup, which meant sit with your legs crossed and your hands in your lap.
Oh, wow.
But it's more fun, the hands in the soup.
Did you ever get told the story of stone soup?
Stone soup?
Yeah.
No.
It's a kid's story, but it's like how they get this whole village to make this soup starting with one rock. I don't know. It's weird because then they're like, oh yeah, I have this ingredient, this ingredient, this ingredient. Everybody adds ingredients to make actual soup, but it starts with a rock. I don't know. It's cute.
I'll look it up. I'll read it to myself before bed tonight.
Aww, that'd be cute.
Ginseng said she and her sis had really scary dreams that that sometimes predicted tragic events. That's pretty scary. My teacher just called it crisscross applesauce here too. When I was drinking from my drink to try and annoy you by clinking my ice, Vivian said ice ASMR. Jay Valor says The Haunting with Liam Neeson. Jay Valor says Owen Wilson, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Eleanor Witcher. Can't be a real name. Vivian said sometimes my curtains move and I freak the fuck out, but then I realize I'm dumb because there's a vent right there. Vivian says no, but my Tatum is from Ohio, not Texas. 2 different people named Tatum. That's why she was like, oh my god.
Gotcha.
Okie dokie,
okay.
Artichoke, gonna scroll to the top. Shout out to this great coast for subscribing for
Thank
the
you so much.
month with Twitch Prime. I'm not sure where you left off.
I
you're on here.
have woos.
I mean, left off before.
Oh,
we started,
gotcha.
Before you lost
I
all your
see.
shit.
Thanks.
All right.
I'm What's for Dinner says, I'll never forget listening to you while I was in the shower. I feel so much closer to you now.
Wow.
Awkward.
That was during my gaming stream, I'm pretty sure.
Awkward Artist Play says, I'm blue. Dabu dee, dabu die. Dabu do bye. I don't even know the song.
I am indeed a blue guy.
Glitch says, yeah, Fort Worth. I miss the DFW area and the food. Food there is so good.
Dude, Texas food is so fucking good.
Laura Ann.
Do I have 30?
Laura Ann says, I always wish that I could be friends with you guys in real life. Oh, that's so nice
friends
of
with us
you.
in real life. You just haven't met us in person yet. Ask Kat Beatrix. We are super disappointing. She brought us tea and was like, "Oh my god, they're so fucking
I know,
boring."
we were so awkward. We're so sorry.
Sorry.
Chicka Boom Boom says, OMG, Laura Olympus started again. FYI to the Webtoon readers. Captain Fake Eye says, yes, Laura Olympus. I'm so happy it's back. I read it as soon as it released, and I was just like, no, why is it over already? Because I just read through them so quick. I'm reading, there's a lot that I'm reading, but the ones I always try to keep up on are Laura Olympus and Let's Play. I love Let's Play. I think Let's Play is so cute.
Go ahead and start voting for the track we are going to race. If you are on YouTube, you can switch over to twitch.tv/Scaryish Podcast right now. And by typing in the channel, in Twitch only, you are able to interact with this particular race and get yourself a marble on our stream. And also vote for the track. Right now, there's a tie. It was Cosmic Chaos in first place. To vote, just type in !vote, then a space, then the number that corresponds with the track.
Glitch says, lies. Adam is hilarious. I have had so many great times playing Warzone. Aw, thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you for lying.
I'm Beef Trainer says, does anybody else wonder why Adam and Robin are so hard on themselves? I would totally be friends with them. Oh, that's so nice of you.
We have no
It's
friends.
because we don't have friends, JK, lol. I mean, we have friends. They are just very few and far between. I'm What's Trainer says, can't play multiplayer games anymore. I get angry and once threatened to eat an opponent's children.
Oh, wow.
What the fuck?
Very Mike Tyson of you.
Let's see. I always drop my Xbox controller. I don't actually throw it, but it falls out of my lap, and it sounds like I'm angry, but I'm not. It's just because it's connected by a cable, and so it slides out of my lap and just falls on the floor. Let's see. Scroll.
Right now, the track that's leading is Cosmic Chaos 2, which we have raced quite a few times, I'm pretty sure, but that's okay. It's the majority that rules here, and we're going to let it be Cosmic Chaos 2. If it scrolls past, we'll say one more time, and it's still in the lead.
Aw, Awkward Artist Play says, we are friends with them. Everyone who talks and interacts with them, we are the spooky friends. Aw, that's so cute. Indeed. Yes, this is true. It's cool because we start to get to know everybody's names, and because of the Facebook group and stuff like that, we kind of get to know everyone on a special level.
And a lot of you, we know you by... It's like in The Matrix. We know you by your Neo name and not your fake world name. I know Glitch's real name, but I like to call him Glitch instead.
Chicka Chicka Boom Boom says, I'm also waiting for Siren's Lament to come out, but they haven't posted anything yet. And the, oh my god, the Ghost Teller just ended their season 2. And Ghost Teller is about, like, humans being the horrors, right? The ghosts are telling stories and about humans being horrible, horrible people.
Sounds about right.
And it just ended, and I'm so sad because that's one of my favorite things to read. And Captain Fake Eye says, Sub-Zero, Midnight Poppyland, and My Giant Nerdy Boyfriend. I read all of those things.
No fucking
Midnight
way.
Poppyland is one of my favorites because the two main characters are so stinking cute. One's like super gangster, like Yakuza style gangster, and the other one's like this cute, not even, they make her seem like she's chubby, and she's not even chubby. Oh my god, I hate it. But they're just adorable with each other, and I love them. And
our track is Cosmic Chaos 2. Average time 2 minutes and 25 seconds. World record a minute 47. However, we do it in 2 minutes and 25 seconds on average, and Robin has the record with 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Let's get it sturdy.
Captain Fake Eye says, "Oh, and My Dear Cold Blood King." That one is also very good. I love the art for that one. I remember when I first started reading it, I was like, but the white-haired one, I love him. And then she ends up...
Point play to
anyway.
join the fun. I just need to get those things out. You can keep going. I'm not trying to shame you.
I love, like, manga and comics and stuff like that. I think I can read it on my side now.
Hooray. I am indeed a blue guy. All right, we only have 15 marbles in the stream. I know a lot more people are watching than that. At least I fucking think. Last time I checked, the number was higher. We're up to 16 now, so we're going to go ahead and give this a 45-second countdown starting meow, so that the rest of you folks can join in if you have not joined in yet. And again, this is for a chance to win a piece of merch. If you win the race, you can type in !merch in the chat, which you can really type in at any point, to get a link to all the stores that we have with our Scaryish merch. If you go to Robin's Kawaii Corner, if you win, you can check out the Scaryish stickers Robin has created. Pick a design you like, and we will mail it to you, which is a pretty fucking sweet deal. It's a free piece of merch, and I encourage you to go and check out the stores. You can type in !merch now if you wanted to, and just check that out and start salivating over what you want to get that's free. We got 16 marbles. The countdown has begun, and we're about to get it going.
And to everyone who's ordered pins from the store, you guys are absolutely amazing. I am almost out of the horned pins, but I did order more, so more are coming in. And then I'm almost out of the glitter skull ones too, so I had to order more of those. And I'm so happy that you guys like them so much. And it makes
like the world.
We really couldn't do any of this stuff without you. Like, you guys are amazing.
Very true. First person through the funnel looks like it's Captain Fake Eye, with a lot of folks hot on their heels. The Robin Grace has their ghost ball right there, so you can see the record-setting pace. We're going to go through some splitsies and some loop-de-loops, and then some anti-gravity, it appears, so we'll just wait over here and see when everyone comes back together who's in the lead.
Kat is talking about when she brought us boba when we were in California. She goes, there was a 2-second pause awkwardness when we met, in which I panicked from fear of needing to lead the conversation, but then Adam started talking, and I thought, oh, thank God.
I always talk. I always feel terribly awkward. Also, Cat Beatrix just fell off. R.I.P. Robin's ghost ball is still in the lead. Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, however, is in the lead for the folks that are alive and not ghosts. I Am Beef Trainer has now taken over the lead. It's a back-and-forth race, and you're in front of Robin's record-setting pace. Let's scooch on down to here and see how people wind through this snake-ish way.
Lunabin says, did anyone here ever read D. Gray Man? I totally did. I read it, watched the anime. The anime is so good. The characters are really good in that one. If you folks haven't watched that anime yet, I recommend it.
I just bought book 1 in the Wheel of Time series again. It's called The Eye of the World, and I'm starting reading it again.
Look, we're looking at The Eye of the World right now. JK,
where's
LOL.
the eye? Show me the eye. Anyways, I'm very excited, so if anyone wants to join in like a non-official book club with me, that'd be super cool. R.I.P. Awkward Artist Place, who has fallen off the world. Chicka Chicka Boom Boom is still in the lead, and in front of Robin's record-setting pace. I Am Beef Trainer has fallen off as well. It looks like Robin's going to maintain this record unless somehow you accelerate very quickly. But no worries, Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, you still won the race. So head on over to Robin's Kawaii Corner, pick a sticker, and then email storytime@scaryish.com. Let us know which sticker you have chosen and which design, and a good mailing address for you. So, why are you doing that?
because they asked me to.
Yeah, but I can't see the notifications and you never read them, so.
I Once Renee says, I was into Stephen King as a kid. That may be why no scary movie has ever made me scared. I could see that. Stephen King had some really messed up stuff. There was a lot that I really liked of Stephen King's growing up too, like the, what is it, Langoliers?
Langoliers.
That one is the one that I remember most. There were other ones too, I feel like, about this woman that got captured or something like that.
There's Misery, about a woman who captures her favorite author.
Maybe that's the one.
It's Kathy Bates. It's a great movie. Chicka chicka boom boom. Congratulations. All right, you move up to 11 points on the season. Your first victory. Congratulations. Laura Ann moves up to 27. I go up to 15. ASB Bunny goes up to 25. It looks like Ashley Faison's at 12. And everyone else stayed the same, although we do have some folks in double digits. Cat Beatrix still leads the season with 44 points. Chicka Chicka Boom Boom says, oh my god, thank you. No, thank you. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for racing, and thank you for voting in the next race. In the second race of the night, get your votes in right now. Type in !play.
Lunabin says,
or !vote.
Lunabin says, I was a wimp as a kid. Remember seeing some of the original Alien movie when I was like 6, and it scarred me until I was 16. That movie...
Original Alien is scary as fuck.
That movie still is just so scary to me because... One, I watched it for the first time just a couple years ago. Two, Martin...
Sheen?
No, not Martin Sheen. What is his name?
Sure.
No, you know what his name is.
Lawrence. Martin.
What is this? He's Bilbo.
Is that a Martin? He died, didn't he? Recently?
No, not that Bilbo. The young Bilbo. From the Hobbit movies.
He's not in it. The old Bilbo's in it.
Is it the old Bilbo?
It's the old Bilbo who's in that movie. Not the young one. He's young then. It's like 1979 when they made it.
Oh, maybe you're right. I don't know. But when he melts because he's a robot.
He doesn't melt.
He gets brutally fucked up, right?
Yeah, they fuck his shit up.
And just how he looks in it scares me. It's just so messed up.
The perfect organism.
Martin Freeman.
Yeah, Martin Freeman is not in that movie at all. I'm pretty sure Martin Freeman was like 14 when that movie came out.
Okay, cool.
Currently, the laboratory is in the lead. We're going to let it scroll past maybe once more. Yeah, we'll let it get back to the laboratory. If it's still in the lead, we're going to go with it. It takes normal people on average 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Let's click over really fast.
Captain Fake Eye
we
says...
do it 1 second faster here with the Spooky Friends.
Ian Holmes.
Ian Holmes, thank you very much. Did he pass away? Please let me know.
She said that he just
Ian
passed away.
Holmes. That's very sad.
Glitch says, I was messed up as a kid. When I used to watch Killer Clowns and Freddy to go to sleep, it explains a lot.
Killer Clowns was at least cool and funny enough where, as much as it was like scary as a kid, you could still enjoy it. I could never watch Freddy before I went to bed. That shit would have just fucked me up.
I've done it before, but as an adult.
Yeah, as a fucking grown-up.
Yeah, sometimes I just watch horror movies all night till I fall asleep.
Try doing it as a 4-year-old. Never. It would never work.
I don't want to traumatize my kids by making them watch horror movies.
I don't want to treat my kids like a science experiment. Let me rephrase this. I shouldn't treat my kids like a science experiment, so I won't. But there's so many things I would love to try like that.
I want them to love movies like Frankenweenie. Have you ever seen that?
I have not.
It's so cute.
All right, so we are going to go with The Laboratory. The record setter for us is Austinall, and the record setter for everyone is 86 Adman, who did it in 1 minute and 26 seconds. Let's jump into it.
Oh my gosh.
It's very pretty.
ASB Bunny says, I have a fish tank filled with fish named after that movie. I have Ash, who is Ian Holmes' character,
right,
and Wayland,
and
5 neon tetras called The Company.
That's fucking awesome. ! Play to get your marble on the stream. Do you not have a Ripley? Ripley was the name of my dog when I was a kid because my mom loves aliens so much.
Awkward Artist Play says, Brightburn was gross. Not a movie to watch before bed.
Brightburn could have been better.
Yeah.
It has such a strong premise of, like, what if Superman turned evil as a kid? Which is basically the premise of it. And it just doesn't follow through on, like, what you're really hoping it could do.
I'm What's for Dinner says...
Oh,
sure. I'm What's for Dinner says, I need to watch Killer Clowns from Outer Space, but my wife won't let me because she was traumatized at 3.
That's funny. All right, we got 15 marbles. We had 16 last time. Someone left. Someone hunt them down and tell us who it was. I heard an awe. What are you awing
ASB Bunny says, I had a fighting fish called Ripley, but she passed when I had to move the tank. That's sad.
That is sad. All right, we got 16. We don't got to hunt anyone down. Stop calling all the hospitals, everyone. I forgot to start the countdown. So we'll put this one at 30 seconds.
Luna Bin says, I fall asleep to slashers all the time. That's the best way to fall asleep.
It's good when you watch like cheesy horror flicks because it's kind of funny.
Yes, and that's what they say. They're predictable and usually cheesy, so they're easy to fall asleep to.
I really enjoyed watching the Friday the 13th on the Saturday streams because they're so fucking bad. And it's just a really fun time to hang out with the spooky friends and make fun of it. It's very Mystery Science Theater 3000 if it was interactive. All right, so we're going to get going here with this laboratory track and see if we can take over the record-setting pace from 86 Oddman. And see if Austin All's Spooky Friends record holds up as well. There's a lot of tubes. It's a series of tubes.
Stop all the downloading.
Hey, kid. Stop all the downloading. Laura Ann says, fuck waiting. I'm going right through. First person to get into the tubes. Glitch is right behind them. And I'm What's for Dinner is also there. And then we got everyone else slowly trickling, except for I Am Beef Trainer, who looks like they've just decided they're going to stay up here for the entire thing. A lot of us are up here for the entire thing. We suck. Let's get down here and see. Laura Ann's the first person to fall out of the tubes, and Cat Beatrix is second. So you are ahead of the record-setting pace.
Nice.
Let's go over here with some really fast-moving camera action.
I'm What's for Dinner says, love Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
We just watched it.
It's
so fucking funny.
I love it.
It was so good.
I love it so much.
I really wanted to hate it, and it was so fucking funny.
It's funny because it's just like everyone thinks these rednecks are the murderers.
The bad guys.
And they're just like, we're just here to, do our thing.
Austin All's record-setting pace is still in the lead. No one has died from this little spinny roller pin thing that we always lose people in. Lunabin is in first place now. And entering the Lotto Ball thingamajigger. And it looks like Austin's Ghost Ball is going to probably keep that record unless Laura Ann can catch it. People are starting to trickle into the Lotto machine thing. Not a lot of people are starting to trickle out. Robin just made it out along with Cat Beatrix and Eminon and Glitch.
Get it, bingo?
Yeah, I heard you say bingo.
Okay, cool.
She wants to play bingo.
I do want to play bingo. I've never done it. I've never gone to the casinos where they have the big rooms where they just put people in there to play bingo.
We walked by it a million times going to South Point to watch movies.
I really want to do it one time.
I really miss going to movie theaters to watch movies. Robin got smacked around a little bit, but came out of it pretty fast along with Cat Beatrix. You folks are now giving Laura Ann a run for her money, although she took a really good line through that. Robin's just going to ruin it for everyone and win. Hal Lussier it went straight through there. Perfect line through that fan blade, takes second place and the prize, because Robin doesn't collect them because she makes them.
What was I going to say now? Oh, Mulan. Mulan is going to bypass the movie theater stage, go straight to Disney Plus.
Wow.
But you have to pay $30 to watch it.
$30 fucking dollars?
You have to have Disney Plus and pay $30.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
A movie theater ticket is like 10 to 15 at most.
I was telling my coworkers today, I was like, I better be having a watch party at my house if I'm paying $30.
I think that's what they're afraid of, is people are just going to have a bunch of people over in the era of social distancing.
It's a pandemic. People aren't allowed to just hang out in big groups.
When do people ever do what they're allowed to, though? All right, so it looks like everyone's going to finish.
That's
that did not
hilarious.
Get knocked off.
Actually, Faison says, sounds like I'm going to find Mulan on the high seas.
No shit, right? They're pushing everyone back to the Pirate Bay. That's all I'm saying. Oh, Jesus. Hal Lussier says, yay, I actually got one. Type an exclamation point merch. Go to Robin's Quiet Corner. Find yourself a spooky sticker that you enjoy. Then email storytime@scaryish.com. Let us know which sticker you have chosen. And also let us know where we can send it. And we would be happy to do so as a thank you for watching us this evening. This very evening. Going to go ahead and move us back over to the normal shot, close this out, put Zeus away, and then we can do the outro.
My hair is very flat. I should have curled it today because it's just so boring.
I think your hair is gorgeous, and I love it. So, just going to say that. Scooch this thing over here.
What's for Dinner says, so for a movie on a service you already pay for? Yes.
I get that they need to make money off of new movie releases because the traditional way of making money off of movies
is gone.
Is dead right now. Right. You just can't do it. And I'm still gonna pay the $30 because I support all the actors that are in that movie, especially Jimmy Wong.
He's not even a main big character.
Don't even give a shit. He's the reason I'm paying $30 for that movie so I can watch it because I want them to know that I support the folks that they've chosen. because I think it looks like an amazing cast, and it's also one of her favorite movies of all time. She can't get through watching the fucking commercial without crying. So there's no way we're not gonna watch that movie. So, anyways, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. Let me get it a mark. Is it marked? No. Yeah, there you go. His name is Mark. Okay, his name is Mark38. There's a lot of editing to do. He's strapped on, ready to go. So I just want to thank everyone who sent in their stories for this episode of Storytime. It's been pretty amazing to see the outpouring of support we've had for the podcast from people who would like to share. This is episode 130 of Storytime, which means we have read your stories 130 times, which is absolutely phenomenal. Not to mention the fact that I think for like the first 50 or 60 episodes, we used to do two homegrown horrors before the topics. So it just shows you how consistent our support has been, and it's all thanks to you wonderful folks. And from the bottom of my heart, it sincerely means a lot. And if you have a story you would like to share with us, or you're one of the folks that said, like, I can send in more if you guys would like, we absolutely would. So please email storytime@scaryish.com or go to our website, scaryish.com, and click on Contact Us. Fill out that form. It does come directly to us, or hit us up on any of our social medias. We have Facebook, which is facebook.com/Scaryish Podcast. Twitter is @ScarayishPod. And Instagram is @Scaryish Podcast. Robin, for folks who would like to donate to us monetarily and more importantly, get themselves entered into the contest to win this mug, how can they do so?
You can go to patreon.com/Scaryish Podcast. Tiers start at $1. You get ad-free episodes. And this month you get entered in to possibly win a mug. One winner out of all our patrons. Just so you know, not everybody gets one.
That is a patron-specific giveaway.
Yes.
There is another alternative option to donate to us that would not add you to this contest. Robin, what's that one?
You can go to ko-fi.com/Scaryish Podcast, and those are one-time donations. All your donations go to helping us upgrade our studio setup and keep us kind of reinvesting into the show, and we kind of hope that we can make it better and keep making more content. And it's all thanks to you guys that we've even gotten this far. So
Indeed. So thank you so much to everyone. We love you all. That's just about everything we have for episode 130 of Storytime. So, Robin, go ahead and sign us out.
Keep on creeping on. And we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye. That's what you get for watching till the end, folks. What about